Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm Bella, and we're going to continue with the main story in Final Fantasy XIV ARR. So yes, we just met the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, and we will continue with our first quest here. But let's talk to everyone in the room. Hiya, handsome. Summoning a primal is no small feat. It requires a tremendous concentration of aether, which is why the beast tribes go to such lengths to obtain crystals. Once they manifest in physical form, their unquenchable thirst for aether only grows stronger. They would drink the land dry with nary a thought to the consequences. Considering their fearsome strength, it could be well within their ability to do so. It is for this reason we must do our utmost to oppose them. Yistola. Our organization, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, was formed through the union of two separate entities. The first was comprised of Sharlayan natives, such as myself, and was called the Circle of Knowing. The second, made up of individuals that share your rare gift, was known as the Path of the 12. The terrible events that ushered in the Seventh Umbral Era taught us that only together may we stand against the evil that seeks to consume us. Here's our two friendos. This place is called the Waking Sands, and it's our headquarters. It used to be somewhere else, you know, but then a bunch of things happened and we ended up here instead. While there are others who possess the Echo, none are near as strong as you with the power, hence our extremely high expectations of you. Oriange. 7 waning moons see 7 suns rise, divine order royals, fallen corpses writhe. Thus the divine chronicles seek to warn us once more. The meaning of these words now shines clear. They evoke the dire circumstance of this imperiled age. The realm doth shudder and twist, and the dawn lieth cowering 'neath the stifling blanket of night, and we abide. We await the coming of the unborn era's seed, the light which shall pierce the glowering darkness. Read to me, Oriange. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Bella. I will go whither the wild rose blooms. A wild rose by any other name. Minfilia is waiting to hear whether or not you will pledge your support to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there!
Welcome! I had every confidence that you would agree to help us.
Me too. Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye. The evidence left behind implicates the Emoja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
Alright, Minfilia, do you see anything else? Through this first mission, you will come to understand the nature of our struggle with the primals. The realm may appear well on its way to recovery, but reality paints a far bleaker picture. The truth is out there, Bella, and I would have you discover it for yourself. I wonder if the auto-scroll is just for cutscenes, so even if it's an unvoiced cutscene, it'll still automatically scroll unless I exit out of it. But every other dialogue in the open world is self-prompted. Okay. That's what I was confused about. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spat of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on their caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would be seemed a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Eisenbard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. No one else is here, right? Okay. Gotta be sure. Okay. No one up here. And you're still back down here, but I believe she says the same thing as was in the room. So yes, okay, so she does say the same. Hey, Brent. Don't mind me, lass. I'm just here to deliver a shipment. Now, where shall I tell him to put it? Wait, no. This is... Which one is this? Is this the one that greets you? Here in Ul'dah? I think that's what it is. Okay, so I think Brent is the one that greets you if you choose the Ul'dah storyline. Okay, so Ian and Papalimo are there. I believe they say the same thing. I think Urianger says the same thing. Do you guys say anything different? They say that those of us who have seen the dream are chosen, that we have within us a seed of greatness, that we could be heroes. Even me, an Alamegan half-breed, cast out when his mother could no longer stand the sight of him, a half-breed who once took to banditry just to eat. I'm sure I'm just brimming with heroic potential. Don't sell yourself short. The robberies and disappearances, the Malja are the most likely culprit, wouldn't you agree? Then again, this is Thanalan. One cannot discount the possibility that moneyed interests are involved. So this boy has Garlean blood in him. Can't say I'm surprised. Everyone knows what happens when a city is sacked, even if the bards choose to omit that part. But Arnvald shouldn't be pitied. Boys like him have a clean slate, an opportunity to write their own story, free of the ties that bind the common man. That is one way to look at it. That's right. This girl was here before, and you got this guy reprimanding her. Unitayun? Why don't any of these blokes know who I am? I swear I was one of them Scions of 7th Dawn. Only we didn't have such a fancy name back then, and the headquarters was in a far more convenient location. At least, I think it was. Or is me mind playing tricks on me? Gods, what's wrong with me? Why can't I remember it more clearly? No one else here. Alright. So, we need to come to Blackbrush Station. That's the closest. always like the terrain in this game. Okay, so we could go this way. I just want to see. Okay, so yeah, this takes you to a dungeon. We'll just do like a loop around. Hi. We're always on the lookout for new talent, but with the old talent getting mauled and killed, proper training at a place such as this, now that helps. Halatali was abandoned following the calamity, along with the Colosseum beasts that were raised there. The creatures have since broken free of their cages and claimed the former training grounds as their lair. Okay, so this takes you to southern Thanalan. I don't think I've ever used this passage before. Ah, okay. Oh, alright. Perfect timing. Hi. Gotta help me. Brass blade. You guys are doing good. Keep them distracted. Good job. Looks like a storm is coming. This is Camp Drybone, the watch and ward on the Royal Algan Sunway. Right now, 'tis the Amalsha we keep an eye out, and a sword close at hand for. I'm gonna go across here first. Unlock the Chocobo Keep. And cute chocobos. Weeping over the dead. Hi. Welcome to the eternal sleep. How fitting. And Bertient. Come, listen closely. Can you hear that beating? 'Tis the flow of ether, the very pulse of the land. Truly, Eorzea is a realm of endless wonders. Every day my heart is set aflutter with a new discovery. Someone's sleeping. This does not concern you. Please let her grieve in peace. He's dead. Got the kitchens. I can work here. You an adventurer, lass? You've got that look about you. Need help finding your way? What do you do here? After my wife was laid to rest in a lich yard, nigh on 10 summers ago, I started spending more time here. Wanted to stay close to her, you know? One day, I started helping out with the funeral rites. One rite led to another, and I ended up doing it for a living. Just goes to show you never know what the fates have in store. I like to think me wife's proud of the work I do. What kind of place is Camp Tribone? 'Tis a peaceful place for the most part. A lot of folk as perished in the calamity are interred here. No room left in the city, you see, and their loved ones come to pay their respects. Of course, people also come bearing the bodies of the recently deceased, so the church always has its hands full of attending to everyone's needs. The sun is as hot hands pressing down on you here. There's not left of those who succumb to the heat but dry bones, hence the camp's name. I don't envy you adventurers in the slightest, what with all that gear and armor you must be carrying. Yeah, I'm sure it can get pretty hot. Let's just repair. Thank you. Alright, I know I could go out there, but let's go back out this way, attune to the aetherite. Hi, buddy. What you preaching? The calamity was man's doing. 'Twas our sins that brought the judgment and wrath of Azima. Repent, and thou shalt be showered in the warden's light. You can get some food in here. Are you okay, buddy? It does open. See, they're automatic doors. The Amalja worship Ifrit, a vile being they proclaim to be the lord of the Inferno. They say whoever looks upon him must choose one of two fates, to follow him for life or be burned to ash. Not much of a choice, if you ask me. Okay, I'm just gonna buy one of everything. Meat kebab, dodo omelet, grilled carp, raw oyster, lentils and chestnuts, even though I have these. Roasted nopales, chicken and mushrooms, stone soup. Was there anything new? Oh, I think the grape juice is new. I don't have that. Grape juice. Thank you. Let's actually have some grape juice. Juice freshly squeezed from plum noble grapes. Oh wait, let me... I don't see myself using these, so I'm just gonna sell the gold. What's this? Elk-goat horn? Yeah, sell that. Sell. Do I want to keep the dyes? I don't really dye either. Because I just want to enjoy the gear when I get it, and then I would worry more about fashion once I reach cap in the story so far. So I will sell these as well. But I'm keeping the glamour prisms. Gotta buy those. What do you have in those jars? Pickled stuff? It's hard to tell. Better not be pickled eyes. It's disgusting. Got these guys over here. We Immortal Flames are stationed here to keep an eye on the Amalja in the region. Should you see any, do not draw too near, lest a simple grave at the Lich Yard await you. It's a Hunter Scholar. Okay, that's the Levy Mate. There's this person over here. Wait, aren't you... Ah, never mind. Carry on. Waiting for someone. I couldn't remember if I had tuned. Sometimes I have a short-term memory. Soon as my girl's fit for travel, we're gone. This is no place for the living. Sounds like it. Alright, let's talk to Isambard. I'm Isambard, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are, at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. That looks like a dispeller. Unsolved mystery. Isambard of Camp Drybone is seeking help to solve a mystery of missing persons. Let us get right to it, then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the church of Saint Adama Landama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to it the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. This camp lies on the road between the Black Shroud and Ul'dah. You'll find several places of note nearby. I suppose the two most well known are the Amalja encampment, where the lizardmen nest, and the church of Saint Adama Landama, where the thaumaturges tend the dead and worship Thal. Now you know why there are so many immortal flames and corpses about. The former keep the Amalja in check, and the later are bound to be given back to the earth. Okay, so we got Caitlin. All dogs go to hell. Caitlin seeks an adventurer to put down some mongrels. Looking for a bit of work, are we? Well, it just so happens I'm looking for someone to put down some mongrels, 7 of the beasts. The bloody things have nearly outrun the area to the southeast of here. They attack the locals, livestock, aught that moves. You needn't show the foul things any mercy. It's the Lich Yard that brings so many visitors to Camp Drybone. They come to grieve and to mourn their dead. Protect those you love, friend. It's a hard thing to see them put in the ground. Death is not for the meager. Okay. Nothing for you. We got Tutusi. A dying wish. Tutusi of Camp Drybone needs someone to fetch some Myotragus sirloins. Are you come to grief, miss? Have you lost someone dear? Ah, I see. Simply another fair adventurer come to our outpost. Well, in that case, I've an adventure for you. What say you make for the plains to the east and carve me up 5 cuts of sirloin from some Myotragus nannies? We're tending a wounded man at the inn who is close to death. We would like nothing more than to give him a feast of nice, juicy Myotragus sirloins for what might well be his last meal. Once you have the sirloins, take them directly to Sister Zozaru at the inn. Have everything you need for a proper burial? If you find yourself wanting for aught, you'll find it at Camp Drybone. Okay, then, okay, so on. No company levies for you, my friend. The Immortal Flames are required by allied decree to offer levy quests to those belonging to lesser companies, namely the Maelstrom and the Order of the Twin, something or other. But nowhere does it state that we need to provide levies to common riffraff. How dare you? I'm more than riffraff, good sir. Okay, so let's talk to you. Levies of Camp Drybone. Pobo Nagu, the local levy quest representative in Camp Drybone, is seeking an adventurer to undertake guild levies. Good day to you, adventurer. I am Pobo Nagu, representative of the Adventurers Guild. I have a number of fine guild levies in my possession, which I will gladly allow you to undertake, if you prove yourself sufficiently capable, that is. You see, protocol dictates that I administer a trial guild levy. Until you complete it, I can grant you no more. How about this task? Review the details and tell me if you are up for the challenge. Okay, the law wand. Despite the fact Sultanate law clearly forbids any and all business dealings with beast tribes deemed hostile, a goblin merchant has chosen to ignore the law and peddle his wares to the Amalsha. The Brass Blades cannot allow this, and seek adventurers to locate the merchant and bid him cease. He is, however, by no means to be hurt. Goblins are considered harmless and have been granted leave to conduct commerce within the city-state, so we ask that adventurers simply lead him away from Amalsha lands towards central Thanalan. Accept. Very good. You need merely beckon to the gullible goblin, Gutrix Silverpix, to help him lead him to his destination. Okay. Sorry, the bunks. Hi. I can't salute you. Okay, and then this comes over here. Okay, let's go up this way, because you can go that way as well. So I believe there's actually someone up here, yeah. Gods, each day I spend in this sorry excuse for a settlement is worse than the last. I can't wait until I've saved enough to move to Ulda. Okay, so let's come over this way. So okay, Initiate. Where's the... Oh, okay. Where am I going? Specify location. Okay. Okay. Over here. I see you as well. I don't want to go too far. But, is there anything else? No. Okay. Aha. Something over here. Good. I see the desert heat wasn't too much for you. Here's your reward. See that you don't spend it all at the pub. Fantastic. And with that, you have fulfilled the requirements. You are free to partake of my guild levies at will. There is always work to be done here in Camp Drybone. Whatever your talents, I have no doubt that you will find someone in need and willing to pay. So let's go this way to get the sirloins. Go due east on the Royal Elegant Sunway for a high bridge, or take the trail that branches north for the Golden Bazaar. Whichever way you go, you'll likely meet a lizard man or two. What is this one? Oh, that's fun. Go back up here onto the road. Is I in here? Ah. It's in here? Aha. Please, lower your voice. What business brings you? Myotrigus sirloin. Leaner than aldgoat meat, but much more difficult to harvest due to the violent nature of the beast. Myotrigus sirloins, I take it Tutusi has sent you? Thank you for your efforts, my friend. But I fear you are too late. The man for whom these steaks were meant succumbed to his wounds just moments ago. Pray do not despair. He feasts with Thal now, and Thal has seen the good in you this day. Okay, so then we come back over here. Dead, is he? You did a good thing, friend. No use fretting over the order in which things pass. What matters is that they do pass, and nothing that passes goes unseen by the gods. There is a graveyard just near Drybone. A lot of folk bring their dead and dying this far. Many just dump them here to spare themselves the trouble and cost of a burial. This poor soul, at least, had family that rushed to his side. Count him lucky for that. 'Twas just his time to heed Thal's call. Best to let it go and move on. There's business what needs doing. Plots, graves, embalming, tombstones. Nothing in life is free, not even death. Too true. Between paying for either a coffin or cremation or the tombstone and then having the gravesite dug, and yeah, it costs money. To see the circle of life, the circle of life, and it moves us all through despair and hope. Tutusi of Camp Drybone has a deed for a daring adventurer. Back for more, are you? Good. Now riddle me this. In a camp such as ours, so close to a graveyard, what do you think sells faster than we can stock? Aye, flowers. To the east of here lie the remains of an enormous gubu, and so many plants sprout around it that you would think you'd found the Black Shroud in the middle of Thanalan. Some say the gubu came down from the mountains at the time of the calamity, and carried with him the seeds that became all those plants. But then, all I'm really after is 3 sprigs of Althic lavender. Seems simple enough, right? Okay. Let's head up this way. So we got the mongrels to kill as well. Should be able to finish this within time. this one over here is for the main quest. Ripe corpses. I have the magic to turn them into flowers, so it's easier to carry. So I am not that strong to carry 3 dead bodies. Okay, that's to the Amalja camp. She wanted 7. Oh, little puppy, don't be watching as I kill your family. Keep your eyes closed. Hide your little head in your little banana. What was this over here? There's like a little pond or something. Yay. Wasn't there someone who fishes? Yeah. Got this one lone guy just fishing. I don't know if I have time, but I will do my best. Clear them away. I thought there was another one. Come at me. Okay, gotta get the... Seems like the tough one, so get this one over here. Gotta be smart. I'm a hunter. This is why I like movement classes. That circles around them. Yeah. That be the gear bell. I'm just gonna collect this first and then I'll talk to you, good sir. Green thumb. I do not have one. I wish I did. Josper is moved by the plants sprouting around the fallen Gubu. By the gods, the life that sprouted here. I've never seen anything like it. But how could this be? Perhaps it was... Oh, hello there. You must forgive me. I was just admiring the plants taking root about this Gubu carcass, and, well, I suppose I forgot myself in the moment. But truly, have you ever seen such lovely flowers? I would wager that not even the wealthiest old dons could claim to have laid eyes on their like before. Please, a favor, I beg of you. I dare not let these beauties get out of my sight, but their soil is parched and the plants wilting. Would you fetch me some muddy spring water from the pond to the west? It is my belief that this Gubu was present at the Battle of Cartano 5 years ago. After its rider was struck down in battle, it sought shelter from the destruction raining down from the heavens, passing through the 12-split before arriving here in Thanalan. During this journey, the seeds of myrid plants came to cling to its body. Though the poor Gubu succumbed to its injuries in the end, these seeds would take root and eventually sprout from its carcass. It's amazing to see such an amalgam of species from across the Eorzea. To think that such beauty could arise from that terrible tragedy. The gods do indeed work in mysterious ways. So let's go up this way. Please tell me you've got the water. It would be a travesty to lose this phenomenon. Muddy spring water. While not stagnant, this water is filled with impurities, making it unsuitable for drinking, unless you are extremely thirsty. Oh. You want a ripe corpse? It could be used as fertilizer. Perfect. This will quench the root's thirst nicely, but I fear that is not all I must ask of you. The petals and stems are covered with Vilken eggs. Should they hatch, the larva will devour every last leaf, petal, and stem. Please, you must remove any eggs that you find. Must I? I don't like bugs. Here. Well done yet again, my friend. I dare say we have stayed another disaster. But our job is not yet finished. Syrphid clouds still lurk among the undergrowth. If left unchecked, they will undoubtedly infest the plants with their eggs once more. Here, the sting brew is sure to bring the beasts out of hiding. Pour it over any thick bramble you see, and slay whatever comes forth. Sting brew. A potent liquor created through the fermentation of hornet carcasses. Its biting aroma is known to repel certain breeds of Vilken. What more can I say to express my gratitude? Through your efforts, this exceptional bit of greenery will enjoy many more vibrant days. As a botanist from Gridania, I have had the opportunity to study plants the realm over, yet I cannot claim to have seen such verdure before. I am convinced that what we see before us sprouted from this Gubu's death. There is a certain beauty to it all, no? A remarkable discovery. I cannot wait to finish up my research and take word back to Gridania, to Guildmaster Fufucha. Oh. I wanted a summer fat cat, and I can't. Not yet. I know I could teleport there, but we're not that far. Just taking the nightly scenery. Like, look at the stars. Let's turn these in first. So, Thanalan is plagued by 7 fewer mongrels, is it? Excellent. I lost my love to a pack of mongrels 3 years past. We were to be wed. They tore him apart. When we finally chased them off, my love was in 7 pieces. Since then, I've asked every adventurer I see pass through here to slay 7 of the beasts. My vengeance is unceasing. But if I can spare just one other bride-to-be the suffering I have known, then it will all have been worth it. Well, Bella, have you found my pretty posies? Althic lavender, a fragrant variety of lavender rarely found in the arid lowland regions of Thanalan. You want some corpses? They have their own unique smell. Oh, gorgeous. Well done, well done. I know not what's in that rotting Gubu carcass, but it makes for the loveliest damn flowers I've ever laid eyes on. When it comes to offerings, they say the rarer the flower, the happier the dead, and Althic lavender is nothing if not rare. I'll be saving these to turn a pretty profit when the next burial is held at the Lich Yard. It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Ripe corpse. This poor soul appears to have been ravaged by an amalja before sitting to rot for several turns of the sun. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were amalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? Oh, I didn't notice. I guess we got a new job quest to do. I guess we could just wait until next time to do that. What poor people think. Isambard aims to turn his investigation to the common folk. What gear level do you have? Okay, way below what I have, so then gold it is. What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings. 'Twill forbid it be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. It's this guy. Ugh. Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ulda. What in the seven hells do you want with me now? Eisenbar's note. A few words scrawled in code by Eisenbard of Drybone. Dear friend. Missing people? Please help. Yours, Eisenbard. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before, what with all the disappearances. You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. I will do that. Please, miss, just leave me be. Devious derelict. I've nothing to say but this. I'll take who or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Welcome back, Bella. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. A proper burial. Okay. Eisenbard would like you to learn what you can from the clergy. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we have no better place to ask than the Church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church, found to the northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marcus. He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. May Thal lift their burdens and dry their tears. Sometimes it is more than I can stand to look upon those who seek out church. Let's see. It'd be interesting if you could actually, like, interact and read some of them. If there's anyone important buried here. Like, it would have been a cool nod if they had, like, names of, from, like, the original game. Got another tier over here. Let's go down this way. Kind of reminds me of the graveyard at the Haunted Mansion. Which, if you're interested in horror stories, I'm also a writer and do fan fiction over on AO3. And I'm currently writing a horror story inspired by the Haunted Mansion. And my writer's name is Bella Star Love. And the name of the story is The Haunted Tales of Lady Leota. Though I am not qualified to assist with the rites, I offer what assistance I can to the priests. Sometimes I wonder if I'm just getting in the way, though. Ever has man sought to better his life, all too often at the expense of his brother. What that desire and hope can beget suffering and death is a regrettable yet undeniable truth. It's a creepy looking church. Oh, there's work enough from the church, but nothing you'd call cheery. Water to fetch, weeds to pull. A shabby lit yard is a slight to the living and the dead alike. Rest in peace, dear uncle. Technically a cousin thrice removed, but who's counting? We're too busy dividing up that estate of yours. I am Marcus, yes. A body? Of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, miss. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Bury him well and give his soul peace. Then we will talk. At least he has a good view. Embalmed corpse. A dead body ready for internment. May they all walk in Tham's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orson can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Orson within the church walls. Say anything else? It's all wrong. I should have... Remember who you are, says Mufasa. We had the Circle of Life quest. Gotta tie that in somewhere. My little sis was the only family I had left, till the flux up and took her away, too. It weren't easy, but I brung her all the way here. Now all's left is to put her to rest proper, like she deserves. Aw, little sis. Hi, kitty. So many tragedies have befallen us in recent years. The calamity, the primals. Alas, it is only within our power to shepherd the souls of the fallen and pray that they find peace in Thal's realm. You don't say anything else? Hi. Are you Grahatia's sexy brother? I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when next you see him. You seek knowledge of missing Drybone inhabitants? It is true I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Are you Lady Leota? Or Madame Leota, I should say. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marcus would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the Church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marcus, and soon. Please extend my gratitude to Isambard on behalf of the Order. Okay, so let's do these quests. Dead bodies everywhere. Sister Aeril of the Church of Saint Adama Landama has her hands full with the Order's work. Be welcome to the Church of Saint Adama Landama. I am Sister Aeril. I gather you are on no pilgrimage. You look to be an adventurer. If so, might I impose on you to help tend the lich yard while you are here with us? The graves are far outnumber we who keep them. Alone, we cannot possibly do all that needs to be done. Would you see to gathering up the old offerings currently lying about outside? I made note of at least 6 during my last rounds through the yard. Welcome to the Church of Saint Adama Ladama. Our patron saint was a wealthy man in life, and so many merchants used to come calling to pray for his favor. But that all changed after the calamity. Our small lich yard grew and grew as we took on the dead, and now we receive more mourners than merchants. Buzzing at church. Esmore needs an exterminator at the Church of Saint Adama Ladama. You have troubled yourself to come all this way. I wonder if I might not trouble you a bit further. As you well know, we keep a lich yard here. The scent of death's decay draws blowfly swarms, which are as unclean as they are unwelcome. Slay 5 of these pestilent swarms, and the church will be in your debt. As an adventurer, you are familiar with guild levies, yes? If so, you have likely seen our Saint Adama Landama, for his wealth and magnificence were such that some guild levies now bear his likeness. A strange state of affairs, though, that a church bearing the name of a rich saint should now be overrun with the poor who come to bury their dead. Say anything else? Okay, say the same thing. This way. Thank you, friend. If the swarms were to spread their pestilence at the church unchecked, before long we would need to mourn the mourning. For the time being, at least, the grieving can pray in peace for their dead to cross over safely. Thou bless you. Were you able to gather the old offerings? Old offering. This show of respect to the recently deceased is almost as withered as the corpse it now accompanies. Thank you. Would that there were naught else to be done. I must see that to collecting the weathered vases, urns, and ewers before long. The dead sleep soundest in a tidy grave. I have no shortage to work to offer. Should you care to take it, speak to me again whensoever you feel so compelled. Lichyard Lilies. Sister Ariel has worked for a willing adventurer once more. So, you wish to honor the dead once more? Excellent. Make offerings of these Nemia lilies at some of the simpler graves in the Lichyard. The poor souls died alone, you see, when no one left to grieve for them. There are 5 such graves scattered about the Lichyard that I would have you tend to. And remember, friend, mind your surroundings and pay the proper respect with each bundle of lilies. You're all they have. Honoring the dead. Edward wants to make a tombstone for his late sister. You're one of them venturer folk, ain't ye? I'd be much obliged for a little help. I'd like to make a tombstone for my kid sister what passed, you see. But I ain't got the gil to get it done. I hear there's a nice rocks for the taking ways from here, but I ain't old enough to fend off no wild beasts or such. Was hoping for a bit of cloud marble. She really would have liked that. Crops right up out the ground to the east of here, they say. If you could find a bit and see it to Brother Ismore, me and my sis be ever so grateful. See what I can do. Nemia lilies. Oh, that's pretty. Bouquets such as these are oft used as offerings to the dead. Can I keep one? I embody death energy. It would be fitting. This way. So let's go get that stone. Just come right up this way. Once more, you have my thanks. No doubt the souls of the departed can take some small comfort in the care you have shown their graves. In days gone by, the Lich Yard was a small, humble plot, but that all changed after the calamity. The dead grew in number, and so the yard grew with them. It is still simple despite its size. Of course, it's the self-same simplicity that keeps it from becoming more of a priority for the Order. We can ill afford to assign adequate numbers to its keeping, just as we cannot charge the poor to bury or be buried. Yet that does not stop the many who come calling to see their dead put to rest here. Those few of us who tend the yard haven't the time to see to the offerings our piety demands. The simple graves you visited belong to those who died alone. Let us pray the sweet fragrance you delivered grants some modicum of relief from their lonely solitude, if even for a short while. You do know and understand that the concept of burying someone is more so a comfort to the living than the dead. It's like when you're dead, they're partying up on the other side. Have you business here again, friend? Cloud marble, a pure white stone sometimes used for lich stones. Cloud marble, to make into a tombstone for Edward's sister? That boy is nothing if not trouble. It was all I could do to convince him not to go looking for a stone on his own. Still, I suppose it cannot be helped, and losing a loved one is never easy. Thank you for your part in this. I will see the marble is used as Edward wishes. Gods, you adventurers sure are kind folk. Now all I need is coin for the funeral. I'm gonna stay on here at the church for a bit and help out. Wouldn't be right to leave everything up to someone else. It'll mean more to my sis if I do what I can on my own. Brother Esmer and Sister Errol are good folk too. They say I don't need no guild to bury my sis here, but I know how it works. It'll take coin to send her over to Thal proper. Sure. Thank you, Bella. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Bella? A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession? The good Sister Orson herself? Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marcus, I'd swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. For the children. Isambard is concerned about the questions surrounding Sister Orson's integrity. Sister Orson, it cannot be. though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it could not be she, could it? I grow wary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Bella, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. Oh, I forgot to do that one quest. That's fine. I'll be coming back. What fate is over here? Slugs? Is that it? Yes. You can see a little bit of Ulda in the distance there. That one up here. You haven't seen a pickaxe lying around here, have you? My oaf of a husband was out drinking with his friends and... Oh, I'll take that bloody pickaxe. Should have married a merchant. What do you got, sir? Nothing for me. Okay. Actually, is there anything to sell? Yes. We're gonna sell that. good. We're creeping up. And sell that. Okay. The Golden Bazaar is on the verge of unprecedented growth thanks to the mithril deposit. Mark my words, adventurer. There's billions in it. Billions! You sure? Impish implications. Lululo of the Golden Bazaar wants the vandalous imps terrorizing her dig site to be put down. I thought miners were hard and rugged souls. I had no idea they could be so craven. You look like someone who can handle herself. Care to kill some pest for a Lalafallen lady? I'm supposed to be leading a dig among the ruins east of here for mithril deposits, but once the miners I hired saw the vandalous imps in the area, they all turned tail and fled. Slay some of the bloody buggers for me, would you? 4 dead imps should keep the others away and put the miners' minds at ease. There is no better time than now to be a miner. There are fortunes to be made, friend. Don't let this opportunity pass. So that was like an old mine. I'll be right with you, kid. This is a fancy room. Be right there. Can I go in here? I can't. It's like the town hall. Is there anything around the back here? No. Oh, you know what? I've never been up here. Nothing. Can we get up there, I wonder? I'll be right there. I'm just exploring. I don't think I can. Okay. Hey, kid. Please help. Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thanalan the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. What if the monsters outside hurt Sister Orson? Please find her. She'll be fine. She's a tough gal. Again, perfect place for chests for exploration. A little place. Oh. Oh. Some thaumaturges. Like, look at this terrain. So pretty. Sister Orson. I'll save you from the zombies. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Again, I love ruins. just want to explore. Hi. I don't know, am I overpowerful? Will you not attack me if I walk through here? I'll test it out. Sometimes you can walk through if you're uber powerful. Can you go in here? No. See? Hi. Don't mind me. Hi. Nothing over here? That just like goes out over the ravine. The ruins are not big enough. You adventurers never cease to prove your worth. Now I can get those cowardly miners back to doing the only thing they're good for, digging. The mithril veins are still no more than rumors, but if every miner flees at the slightest sign of danger, we'll never know for sure. I may need to hire you on a regular basis to call those bloody imps. I fear it will be quite a while yet before any proper mining can be done. Purging the Earth. Lululo of the Golden Bazaar once more seeks an adventurer to kill the beasts that vex her. It seems the 12 are intent on plaguing me all my days, before with imps and now with earth sprites. I ordered a haul of digging tools from a merchant to the north. He was headed down from the Black Shroud when the earth sprites overtook him. Luckily, he was able to escape to Camp Drybone with his life. I need you to make that road safe, friend. Put down 3 of these earth sprites to keep the others at bay and ease the minds of any traveling merchants. Once the deed is done, find the merchant Raramaki at Camp Drybone and tell him to bring his haul the rest of the way here. There's one up here. What's over here? Sure. It's the imps. You fought off the sprites? God bless you for that, stranger. Lululo will have her tools. I fled here out of fear for my life, but I've come to regret that. Have you taken a look about? There are bodies littering the ground. Dead bodies! I've no desire to stay here any longer than I must. Once I see to it my bird's fit for travel, I'll be making for the Golden Bazaar. Oh. It's Caitlin again. Staking claims. Okay, so nothing for me. Caitlin of Camp Drybone looks like a woman in need of meat. It's you again. What impeccable timing. Oh, you needn't worry. I'm not going to ask you to put down any more mongrels on my dead fiance's behalf. My fiance is survived by a brother, though. He puts up at the Golden Bazaar, and he's asked I bring him a load of tuco meat. I see it to it myself, but as you well know, I must stay here to send adventurers on mongrel hunts till every last one of the bloody beasts in Eorzea is dead. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, would you care to fell some tucos and obtain 5 chunks of their meat? Once you have enough, please deliver them to my late fiance's brother, Benkar, at the Golden Bazaar. Alright, I'll come back, Eisenbard. I should have done this one first. Do some flips too. Where is that damn tuco meat I asked Caitlin to bring? It won't be long before my patrons arrive. Tuco meat. Since the calamity, the popularity of tuco meat has grown to Dalamud-sized proportions. Caitlin has sent you? Excellent. This is more than enough tuco meat. Some miners have come to stay at the bazaar while they prospect the area for mithril deposits. They value quantity over quality, so I'll be serving them a feast of this piss-poor meat. By the by, please don't tell me Caitlin is still standing at the same spot in Drybone, sending adventurers out to slay mongrels. I told her no number of mongrel pelts or heads will bring my brother back to us. I've moved on with my life. It's past time she did the same. Now hiring. Benkar of the Golden Bazaar needs help finding help. How in the hells can you be wandering about without aught to do? There's opportunity here at the Golden Bazaar, as there hasn't been in years. I speak of the massive mithril deposit, of course. The miners I've fed before are only the beginning. More and more of them will flock here in the coming week, mark my words. Until now, we've been nothing more than a small settlement, but now the sky's the limit. An inn for the mithril miners to come to would be worth a fortune, mark my words. And I mean for that fortune to be mine. The problem I've had is that I need bodies to help me build the inn, but I can't seem to find any who are willing. I've drawn up these hiring notices, hoping that they might help. Would you mind helping to get me started by posting 5 of them up in prime locations? Nothing over here, I don't think. Hiring notice. The parchment reads, skilled carpenters sought to aid in the construction of a new inn. Fair wages promised. Workers must bring own tools. You posted all 5? You are 12 cent. But I truly don't want to let this chance pass by. Here, take 5 more hiring notices and see them straight to the hands of whatever folk you see loitering about. You have work? The parchment reads, skilled carpenters sought to aid in the construction of a new inn. Fair wages promised, workers must bring own tools. Okay, it's the same one here. Carpenters. Thank the gods. I was afraid there'd be naught but mining jobs here. It's my vocation, to be sure, but a man needs some variety now and then. I'll go have myself a word with this Bengar fellow. Okay. I'm bored out of my gourd. Is there no work to be had in this godforsaken place? Bengar is looking for able bodies, is he? I've done some woodworking in my day. Might be as he'll have some use for me. What's this now? Ah, letters. Never learn them. Can't you just read it to me? Bengar is building a new inn, no doubt to accommodate all the new people coming to the bazaar in recent days. Taking advantage of the new foot traffic is a right fine idea. Oh, I have no intention of helping Bengar, of course, but perhaps there's even greater profit to be had in stocking up the food stores. No, I don't have a moment to talk about Wait, what's this then? Hiring hands to build a new inn? Well, that's bloody welcome news. I came here after hearing there might be mithril in these parts, but the inn's all full and I've been living out of a tent. Suppose I could lend a hand building inns till I start digging mines. What is it? Can't you see I'm busy? Vanguard needs work done, does he? Seen more miners in the bazaar of late. I reckon that's got something to do with it. Rumor has it there's mithril in the ground round here. Wonder if there's any truth to it. Well done, Bella. Thanks to you, I have a feeling I'll have the hands I need to see my built. I was in a dark place after my brother died, but now I'm going to breathe life back into this bazaar. There's mithril in them there halls. Vanguard has another task that needs to be done. There's work to be done, Bella. You haven't let me down so far. Don't start now. A miner recently come from Amagina and Sons wants a sample of stone from the eastern ruins. I have a mind to give him 5 slabs of cloud marble from the invisible city, and I need you to get them. Showing these to him would nigh guarantee a continued influx of miners to the bazaar. Okay, yeah, so hopefully they won't bother me. There's one. Oh, there was one right behind here. Don't mind me stealing your stuff. Maybe there's one. Yeah. Over here. And right here. Have you gotten all the cloud marble samples I need, Bella? Cloud marble, a pure white stone sometimes used for lich stones. So, this is the cloud marble I've heard so much about. Gosh, look at the glimmer in this stone. I must admit, I'd never seen it for myself. I had only heard tell of it. See, now why the mithril rumors have risen? Now, you listen to me, you bloody rock. The Golden Bazaar is counting on you. If this talk of mithril turns out to be a farce, I swear by the 12 I'll dig up every last pebble of you myself, grind you into powder, and sell you to the chocobo stables to sop up piss and runny shit. Ahem. Yes, well, sorry about that. It's just that ever since the war saw the road to Alamigo cut off, the bazaar has fallen on tougher times. It is a waypoint choked off from its way, and is now little more than a point. But I will not let it be so. I'm going to make the Golden Bazaar golden once more. From there, I'll become one of the richest men in Thanalan. Then I'll finally be able to give Caitlin the life those mongrels stole from her. She's held on to the memory of my brother for so long. She's become blind to the people who care for her. People like, well, I don't suppose you could keep that last bit from Caitlin, could you? Alright. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in doing so no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. Among the wrong places. Eisenbart seems to have a message for you from Thancred. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Southeast. It's over here. Ah, there you are, Bella. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orson. Eisenbart said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Bella. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? I'd much prefer to keep an eye on things from out here. Go and take a look about inside, would you? Can I sneak in by you? Not gonna attack me? Okay. Good. Because I like to look around. That was one thing I liked about Rogue, was that you got the invisibility. So what's up here? Hi. Can I sit? I'll sit by the fire with you guys. What kind of story are you telling? A war story? About a great kill? About how you're amazing? How you worship Ifrit? And lick his feet? What's this way? Don't think I've ever been this way. Let's go this way. It seems like this is a dead end over here. A final prayer? To rock with the... Is that the thaumaturge Thal symbol? Wow. Look at that. Got such a lovely view. I wonder if this is like a location for is it Dark Mage? You're a Thaumaturge first, right? And then you evolve into a Dark Mage. Let me just see. Okay, so this way leads to a path to the burning wall, so I'll just go to the edge here. I won't cross over. Okay, so it's just a cave entrance. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been this way. I'll go a little bit and then go back. Ah. Why, this fun. Cross and a crystal. Oh. Ew. Okay. I gotta go back to Thancred. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? Queer leaflet, a strange slip of parchment found at the Amalja encampment in eastern Thanalan. This leaflet. See the wealth of Null to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to prove the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nalthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Tribone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. This way. Now let us see what Sister Orson makes of this leaflet. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous! These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? Who would do such a thing? The plot thickens, Bella. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There's no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Bella. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. Dress to deceive. Eisenbard wants to help you identify and apprehend the false priest. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Bella and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Bella, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Eisenbard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. I want you to don the old garments Eisenbard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. In case you misplace the tunic and the slops, you'll need to ask Eisenbard for another set. Okay, so... equip that. Well, we gotta play the part, so... unequip. There you go. We are a common beggar. I am a diamond in the rough. I preach the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Begone, and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now, get out of here so I can finish my story. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Dry Bone? You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Bella. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Alright, so it's this way. I think it's up there. I'm gonna skip this fate. Over here. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Bella. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left, then, is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor, unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nalthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful murmur, Ungust. But what? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, and plunder the pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! The coin was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocent so that you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves, or the gods. Ah, not you again. Were you the one leaking the immortal flames as patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. Bella, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Alright, so let's go back into our gear. And use one of these. Hi, Taro. Bella, how goes it? All's well here, at least on the bookkeeping front anyway. See if anything has changed. No, still the same. Alright. Might be afterwards. Welcome back, Bella. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Emulsion know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Alright, so there we have it for our session. Give a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!